everyone. Okay, I'm just checking if I'm able to be there for all of you. Hi all, this is Ashish Kyal here and warm welcome to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul and Wave Strategy Advisors, and it's fantastic to see every one of you live. Last week मैं कर नहीं पाया because I was traveling in Dubai for an event by CMT, and it was a fantastic event. But I still managed to publish videos, I still managed to do a lot of things, and we did a Saturday master class at 2. बहुत सारी चीजें की मैंने, and it was a lovely, wonderful meeting with my mentor, and it was simply super. I'm just checking if I'm able to be if you are able to hear me out all loud and clear, and I'm just sharing across the link for people who are there on YouTube. And are you all enjoying the ride with me is what I'm asking. The way the markets moved, many of you did not believe it's going to go up, and people who are there on YouTube, you can check me on the Zoom platform. यहाँ पर मैंने Zoom पे आप जुड़ सकते हो for better clarity, and I'm able to see you all in a much better way. Fantastic, Amrish. I'm just checking if on all our social media we are able to share across. We are live right now, and ओके, इट्स फैंटास्टिक. अब मेरे ट्विटर पे डायरेक्टर साहब शेयर करिए कि अब लाइव हो चुके हैं. कैन यू प्लीज डू दैट एंड कंफर्म बैक टू मी राइट नाउ so that people are able to join right now and do that now. Okay, fantastic, guys. So before we move on, I just want to ask you all, how are you doing? Are you doing well? And are the markets treating you right? भाव भगवान छे, समय बलवान छे, ट्रेडर पहलवान छे. इससे अच्छा उदाहरण लास्ट वीक में कहां मिलेगा आपको? Looking at the lunar cycle, looking at what happened with Earth's time cycle, looking at the 15 minutes time cycle, each and every cycle has synced together and gave a move of already. हमने बुलिश स्टैंड लिया था, 24,580 का सपोर्ट प्रोटेक्टेड था, 24,728 का मैग्नेट ब्रेक हुआ, और वहीं से मैंने मेंशन किया था वी माइट बी रिवर्सिंग बैक ऑन द अपसाइड. From that level of 24,728, a 500 points movement has happened on the market. And it was discussed that there is a possibility that we might have a movement of approximately how many points? How many of you remember that? कितने पॉइंट्स के मूवमेंट के लिए बात हो रही थी? हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि कितना जा सकता है मार्केट, कितना मूवमेंट हो सकता है. 800 पॉइंट्स. जब किसने विश्वास नहीं किया तब, एंड आई मेंशन इट कैन बी 800 पॉइंट्स अगेन. Fantastic, Anita, Rajesh, Mukesh, Ravi. Fantastic to see you all here. It's always lovely to have you guys here. And डायरेक्टर साहब एक कंफर्मेशन दीजिए कि हमारा ट्विटर पे हो गया कि नहीं शेयरिंग, जिससे पीपल डू नॉट मिस आउट. माय ट्वीट इज माय ट्विटर पे जो ट्वीट करता है उसे ट्वीट बोलते हैं, और जो सुनता है उसे ट्वीट ही बोलना चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से. ओके, आई एम जस्ट किडिंग अक्रॉस. जैसे मेंटर होता है और मेंटी होता है, उसी तरीके से the AKTG time riders are always rocking. Absolutely. लेकिन देखिए, everything comes with a risk. Understand the risk, and you have to understand the reward also. So stop loss maintain करना जरूरी है. आगे बढ़ने के पहले एक डिस्क्लोजर मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा, और फिर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे वहां से. बिफोर आई मूव ऑन टू दैट, डायरेक्टर साहब, can you it's X now, yes. Can you just share across the WhatsApp community group to every one of you so that they can join the WhatsApp community? And I'm just going to be sharing across that also. बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आज मैं आपसे बात करने वाला. आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट टाइम, आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट नियो वेव, आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट AK इंडिकेटर, एंड हमारा मेंटरशिप सेशन डे 1 शुरू हो रहा है कल से. सो हमारा मेंटरशिप सेशन का जो डे 1 है वो कल है. हमारा प्री सेक्शन हुआ था 2 वीक पहले, एंड डे 1 हम कल से शुरू कर रहे हैं. सो पीपल आर देयर मेंटीज फ्रॉम द करंट बैच हियर who are all ready for the day 1 प्री सेशन वीडियोस. आपने देखा, आपने जो जो चीज होमवर्क दिया था वो किया कंप्लीट, एंड देन यू हैव टू बी देयर. सो very quickly, just give me a second. I wanted to share across the QR code. Super excited, Saurabh Goenka. Oh, absolutely. I'm also very much excited, and I'm sharing across the WhatsApp group with you all. एक confirmation दे दीजिए once you join this WhatsApp community. गिव मी अ थम्स अप सो दैट आई नो आपने ये व्हाट्सएप कम्युनिटी ज्वाइन कर लिया है. एंड प्लीज लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए सभी के साथ में चैट के ऊपर, so that I get a confirmation. Can anyone share the link, please, on the chat? And also on the YouTube, the links are not shared. Can you do that, please? So that everyone can share, check, and join. I'm the link to be shared. Can you do that very quickly so that we can move ahead and everyone can join the WhatsApp community? ठीक है चलिए और शेयर इट ऑन द यूट्यूब ऑल्सो एंड गिव मी अ थम्स अप वंस यू हैव डन दैट बहुत ही क्विकली दिस इज एवरीवन हैज जॉइन द ओके फैंटास्टिक कल हमारा 7 o'clock को सो इंश्योर यू आर गोइंग टू बी देयर यू डोंट मिस आउट आई थिंक मेरा मशीन थोड़ा सा हैंग हो रहा है आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट देर इज सम काइंड ऑफ okay, there is some kind of a slowdown in my system, and okay, I'm there again. There is some kind of a hiccup. That's how technology works, right? आगे बढ़ने पहले I want to share across. Do you want to see what my mentor gave to me when I met him this time? He's Ralph Akampora. He's aged 85 years, and he traveled all the way from New York to Dubai to speak, interact, and network. He is the founder of CMT Association. He has been a Wall Street trader for all his life and an amazing mentor. And I gave him my book, and in return, he gave me a note. And I thought, what better way to, why I would want to show across that note to all of you what he gave across. So that's the note which he gave it to me. Since हम restaurant में थे where we were discussing and there was no paper, so it just clicked me. I got a tissue and on that making right things for me. So he has mentioned it. I don't want to bore you with that, but this means a lot to me, and I thought I will share it across with all of you. So he has mentioned Ashish is a technician who is able to identify the primary trend. That's very important, right? And he has mentioned I enjoy his critical observations that challenge me. Now that is something you say as a success, right? He's mentioning that I enjoy his critical observations that challenge me. A person who has been a trader for nearly 60 years of his life, he's mentioned that. This is what makes him excellent market analyst slash trader and Ralph Akampura. That's what he has mentioned it. So for me, it's a very uh, um, awesome moment, and I thought I need to share that across with everyone whom I'm mentor to. This is what means a lot to me, and I thought I'll just share it across to you. And I really appreciate and thank every one of you who are here listening me out, because I give my hearts out in my webinars, in my programs, and it means a lot. Every one of you means a lot to me. So let's just move forward now from here on. Let's go back to the chart. Let's go back to what we are here for and see what's happening with markets. I'm going to go on my daily time frame charts, and we are going to do that. Thank you everyone for your wishes. Let me just share across my screen very quickly. And everyone, just a second. Okay, that's the screen. Anyone is able to see this? My machine is a little slow today. I'm just checking if you are able to see the screen, every one of you. Okay, fantastic. So when we are looking at this chart, this is a Nifty Neo Wave chart, and we can clearly see on this basis प्राइसेस यहां से ऊपर आया, वेव ए कंप्लीट किया, बी कंप्लीट हुआ, सी कंप्लीट हुआ, this was wave D which it completed on the downside, and 23rd September is the date which we looked at it, and this is the zone where we expected यार ये बहुत ही important zone है जिसको break नहीं करना चाहिए. You know, the market shouldn't break this zone, and it respected that zone very well and reversed back on the upside right from that level of 24,580 as the support. Now that was the support. Everyone is able to see the screen, and we reversed back on the upside from the support zone, and from that support we are up by how much? We are from this level, we are already up by 500 points. Okay, you're not able to see. I'll just reshare my screen again. There is some kind of a hiccup here. I'll just check that again. Okay, I'm just resharing my screen and I'm closing all the other things which are making my Mac slow. This is iMac. I never believed it is going to be slow with so much of data on my machine. Okay, now are you able to see this? Okay, overall. Okay, lovely. So यहाँ पर हमने wave C complete किया, wave D. We are possibly in wave E. Wave E has a tendency to be somewhere equal to wave C. Okay. With that equality, if I measure this wave C movement from end to end, okay, that's the size of wave C. And if I try to forecast that from the end point of here, okay, that gives me equality of wave E on the upside. That gives me a target of crossing the 26,000 mark also. So if I'm measuring end to end, we might cross 26,100 level as well on upside. But I don't want to be extremely super bullish. I don't want to be there. I want to be at least conservatively bullish कि जो हमारा लेवल है 25,700 के पास तक, which is 61.8% of C, उतना तो जाए. Okay, so 25,700 is 61.8% of wave C approximately, I'm saying. So we might be going towards that level of another 300 points conservatively. Aggressively, we want to go and cross that 26,000 mark this time. That's a very, very big projection. अगर मैं इंटरनल आवरली चार्ट पे आता हूं, इंटरनल आवरली चार्ट पे अगर मैं आता हूं शॉर्ट टर्म के हिसाब से, and if you look at this gives me a projection for upside. If I'm projecting this level on the upside over here, I get that as the level. So मेरा पहला पड़ाव बन जाता है 25,630. That's where what the level is. And my अगला पड़ाव जो है वो 26,100 है. But do remember, this is a positional trade setup that we are looking at. When we are looking at positional, this is not going to be a one-way road. There will be intermittent corrections. So corrections of what magnitude? If I look at it, this is a correction intermediate in an upward journey. तो ये जो correction था, ये कितने magnitude का था? 300 points, 350 points का correction था from the high. So you should be okay to see a movement of 200 points on either side at any point of time, even in this up move. Now इसको time कैसे किया जाए? If I go and go on a 15-minute chart, so अभी movement मुझे समझ में आ गया. भाई wave theory will tell me that what is the overall maturity of the trend. So if I, let me come back to this later, let me go back on that chart. And if I go back on the daily time frame chart, let me again do that. So daily time frame chart पे अगर मैं जाता हूं दोस्तों, and let me just zoom in. Okay, so this gives me a target on the upside, but ध्यान रखना है, markets have been reversing every 7-8 days. 7-8 दिन के बाद market reverse हो जा रहा है. Will it happen this time also? We'll have to see. How are we measuring it? We are measuring this projection which is here from the end of this, giving us a target on the upside at 26,100. So I'm going to make a note here for 26,100 level. But as I said, this 26,100 is just right now. Overall, how it will move? Right now we are moving up. So possible है कि हम थोड़ा सा dip आ जाए. Dip आएगा तो better entry opportunity वापस मिलेगी. Then we go back on the upside. Complete A, B, C, D, E वाला part. ठीक है? Which is, I'm just going to make it a little more clear for you. That's how we want to go. Then we might see again an F wave. And then we might see a G wave higher, which might take price towards 26,100 level. So that's my forecast. Looking at the price, looking at the time symmetry, and looking at my AK indicator. So these three lines have turned up which means the momentum has started building on the buy side. So that is how I'm looking at the market as of now. And wave theory gives me the forecasting ability. When will my wave count go wrong? We need to also check that कि भाई ये व्यू कभी तक वैलिड है और कभी चेंज होगा. So we will look at it. Nifty, everyone is able to see the screen, right? You might want to, Sandeep might want to go out and come back in. अगर स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है तो just try and do that. And people on YouTube, do not forget to put your comment and join on the Zoom. WhatsApp link सभी के साथ वापस शेयर कर दीजिए. Nifty on upside might head towards 26,100 levels as long as 24,728 gain is intact on downside. Do note, this is bold prediction and you have to maintain a stop loss. Okay, यहाँ पर this is of neo wave and time cycle combined together. So once you do that, you will be able to get this target. Is it clear? Okay. So ये करने के बाद में अभी ये तो बड़ा फोरकास्ट है, मतलब if you are trading on a swing basis, then this can be a very bigger forecast. The simplest way to analyze the market, FLD crossover भी हो चुका है. You want to see the FLD crossover also? Someone asked about FLD, the time trader. Are you the time trader? Ganeshan, yes, you are the mentee, so you are the time trader. FLD crossover आपने बताया तो मुझे डालना ही पड़ेगा. We have a classic FLD crossover also. The FLD crossover happened from this level, which gives us an equality target of AV. So FLD is a time indicator. Basis of this time indicator, it measures the amount of movement that Nifty can produce. Time indicator है, time के basis पे derive करते हैं हम इसे. And it has worked on most of the occasions, not all, most of the occasions, and that is good. So we have an intersection happened here and downside target done. We have an intersection happened here and upside target done. We had an intersection happened here, and this was very aggressive target on the downside. Fortunately, it did not work out. इंटरसेक्शन हो चुका था, डाउनसाइड टारगेट ओपन हो चुके थे, लेकिन ये सपोर्ट जोन और गैन मैग्नेट 24,728 ब्रेक नहीं किया और रिवर्स हो गया, मतलब ब्रिज किया और रिवर्स हो गया. So now we have a positive intersection, which means there is a short covering plus fresh longs. And that's if that is happening, we are going towards as per this target. So out of 10 times, if it has worked if not worked one time, that's fine, right? Everyone agrees with me? So basis of this now एक व्यू बन गया हमारा कि भाई ये पाथ है हमारा, this is how price should behave. Now we will be going back on the chart here. I'm just going to share across my chart here. Okay, now we are on the time cycle chart, and I have put across an AK indicator also down here. Okay, यहाँ पर मनोज आप का नंबर ड्रॉप कर दीजिए, मैं टीम विल हेल्प यू आउट. यहाँ पर अगर टाइम के साथ देखें, दिस वाज द साइकिल जोन, and can I say that just look at it, it's just wonderful. Can I say that for many who have been a part of this is the cycle zone from where the price broke above, and I got a buy on my AK indicator because all the three lines turned on the buy side together. खाली इंडिकेटर पे बाय नहीं करना है, प्राइस एक्शन देखना है, टाइम को देखना है, दोनों सिंक में आ चुका है. हाउ डू आई इनिशिएट अ बाय? Simply when the price action and the time cycle are in sync and we get a buy on a 15, a classic entry. Until when? Let's see किन किन लोगों को ठीक से कोर्स देखा है, किन किन लोगों ने ठीक से इसे समझा है. ये बाय में कभी एग्जिट कब है? Can anyone point it out? When do we exit? थ्री कैंडलस्टिक रूल एक कॉन्सेप्ट है, यस, फैंटास्टिक. close below prior low. Yes, that is also true. When all the three lines have done down, touched down, all the three lines are down at a negative 100 level. Fantastic. All the three lines are down at a negative 100 level, which means if you check, this did not happen. Not all three lines, not all three lines, not all three lines. ग्रीन लाइन अभी भी इधर है, ग्रीन लाइन इधर ही है, ग्रीन लाइन इधर है, ग्रीन लाइन इधर है, ग्रीन लाइन इधर है. यहां पर green line, blue line or red line has touched down, which means the swing where you entered basis of price time NAK at 24,660 all the way, this is a exit 25,100, which means approximately, if you look at the entire movement that has happened, is approximately 450 points of movement. Brilliant. Now what to do? Nothing. As long as the daily is on the buy side AK indicator, and then again we get a buy by all the three linings coming back up, that will be a level where you have to enter at this point of time. Classic entry. How to time it? The cycle, which means by Wednesday 2:15, okay, which is tomorrow 2:15, around that area, if I get this signal, the conviction of me taking a trade is going to be brilliant. Are you with me? So we are combining that price action. Wave theory. So हमारा GPS है. Wave theory is our GPS. So GPS of the market is suggesting भाई 25,600 तक जा सकते हैं, 26,100 तक जा सकते हैं, as long as 24,728 intact है. The AK indicator with price action and time cycle is suggesting exactly where to enter. Okay, exactly where to enter. So this is the combination that you have to move across together and take a trade. और इसके साथ में सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है ऑप्शंस का चार्ट समझना, बिग प्लेयर्स एक्टिविटी देखना. बिग प्लेयर्स एक्टिविटी इज एक्सट्रीमली क्रूशियल. इज इट क्लियर एवरी वन ऑफ यू? ओके. MCX charts के ऊपर they are not showing. I'm not sure. You can check with them, Anand. यहाँ पर I'm going to go on Go charting and I'm going to show across something very, very interesting to you, which is known as big players activity. Do you want to see what are big players doing around this area of the market? How many want to, or how many of you want to see that? बड़े players कर क्या रहे हैं? How do you see that? What are the big players doing? If you want to see the big players activity, the most important thing that you have to observe is to see very clearly what are the volume that is being generated. What is the volume that is being generated is the most important way of seeing the big players activity. And I'm going to share across my screen where you see these volume data being plotted. Okay, so यहाँ पर ये load हो रहा है. Can you see? Are you able to see the screen? The volumes are being plotted on the chart as I'm sharing it across. Okay, यहाँ पर if you check, what are we trying to see now? जो भी एक्टिविटी मार्केट में होती है can be hidden behind prices, but this activity cannot be hidden behind volumes. क्यों? क्योंकि जो प्राइस मूवमेंट हो रहा है आपको पता ही नहीं होगा, ब्रेक देंगे, फॉल्स करेंगे, नीचे आएगा, एंड यू विल नॉट नो दैट. बट जब वॉल्यूम मूवमेंट हो रहा है, वॉल्यूम मूवमेंट, इट्स स्टिल लोडिंग, वॉल्यूम मूवमेंट कैन नॉट बी फॉल्स. Volume movement cannot be false. Volume movement happens here, and I'm going to go on 1 hour time frame chart. Daily पे है फिलहाल. If you're looking at this, this is a daily time frame chart. Where are the major volumes that has taken place? It's loading right now. This is Nifty futures chart, and I'll go on 1 hour chart. We want to see where the activities have taken place. All of these activities. This is known as a volume profile chart. Okay. The right hand side that you see here is a cumulative volume. क्यूमुलेटिव वॉल्यूम कहां पर सबसे ज्यादा वॉल्यूम है वो क्यूमुलेटिव वॉल्यूम है ठीक है व्हेन आई एम लुकिंग एट दिस चार्ट द क्यूमुलेटिव वॉल्यूम everyone is able to see the screen the highest this is known as a point of control we'll be doing this in much detail in Brahmastra so don't worry on that I'm just showing you the application of it this is known as the point of control volume pointer of control okay that's a futures price that we are seeing here which is around 24,950 futures huh? Please keep that in mind this is futures price it can be spot price के हिसाब से अगर हम देखेंगे यहाँ पर अगर मैं spot लिखता हूँ it will be approximately 24,800 and around 24,800 के level spot के हिसाब से approx I'm saying so this is the area where the maximum trade has taken place big players will try to defend this area of 24,800 in order for them to defend this area of 24,800, price should not break below this level, which means this becomes 24,800, 24,820 becomes my ultimate support area. Below this, we will turn bearish. That's my area. Next thing that I want to observe is that in today's movement, 24,287 is the futures price. Spot price कोई बताएगा कितना होगा आज का हाई 25,287. So spot price was 25,230 के पास में 270 220 के पास में okay which means there is a huge volume and जायज सी बात है कि भाई ऑप्शन एक्सपायरी है तो वॉल्यूम शायद वहां जनरेट हुआ होगा there is a huge volume at 25,220 can you see that ये यहां पर वॉल्यूम हो which means prices take support at volumes and resistance at volumes. अगर यहां से 25,220 ब्रेक हुआ which is a spot price again spot price क्योंकि ये फ्यूचर्स का चार्ट है the next level will be 25,300 80 पॉइंट्स का स्कैल्पिंग मूव ज्यादा नहीं स्कैल्पिंग मूव सो यहां पर वॉल्यूम एक्टिविटी है बट ये एरियाज में वॉल्यूम्स ज्यादा है कि कम है ये एरिया में वॉल्यूम्स ज्यादा है कि कम है वॉल्यूम्स आर लो सो कैन आई से दैट ब्रेकिंग दैट एरिया इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट टू ब्रेक दैट एरिया देयर इज नॉट मच ऑफ एक्टिविटी दैट हैज हैपेंड दैट दिस इज वैल्यू एरिया लो जोन दिस इज नोन एज वैल्यू एरिया लो जोन breaking that is not difficult if breaking that level is not difficult it works which means taking above it is simple. Also, do you remember a level which I have given you in the tweet today? Anyone remembers the level? कौन सा लेवल दिया था मैंने आपको ट्वीट में आज बाद में 25,220. Do you know what is the high that Nifty made before reversing down? 25,220 का लेवल दिया था. About 25,180 that was first level. Then it just sideways and then I gave another level. 25,220. Narendra Mulani, glad to see you. 25,220. Nifty high was 25,220.90. Beauty, isn't it? That's the beauty. That's how it works. The level works like magic. And 25,220.90 is the high that Nifty made and reversed from there. So the point I'm trying to make is by looking at these big players activity, you know a much better price action way of looking at things. So how do you now combine this data together? Okay. So what we have to do is this is Nifty volume profile chart shows big players activity and it clearly indicates 25,220. We are in 25K zone now. 25,220 needs to be broken for up move to resume. Okay. And this level was this given in earlier tweet worked like magic. यहां पर जस्ट अ सेकेंड, आई एम मेकिंग अ नोट हियर। यहां पर नीरज मलिक, क्या बात है, आपका स्नैपशॉट मैंने देखा आज भी। नीरज मलिक, नरेंद्र मुलानी, these are all our Brahmastra participants. Jasprit Singh, fantastic. Nitesh Shah, lovely. So this is the level where we started seeing some kind of volume activity intraday. तो जब ये volume activity होने लगी तो मुझे तभी ही हिंट मिला। अभी now I'm going to zoom in the chart. Once I zoom in the chart, I'm able to see, basis of the zoomed in chart, I'm able to see the activity around this volume and थोड़ा leeway देना चाहिए. It's not going to be always exact. Once I started seeing a big volume buzz happening around this area, I thought इसको क्रॉस करना आसान नहीं होगा और एक्सपायरी भी है। तो 25,220 गिवन अ लीवे कि 25,210 हाई बना के रिवर्स हो रहा है, वॉल्यूम्स बढ़ रहे, 10 पॉइंट का लीवे दो, 25,220 के ऊपर अगर जाता है तो मार्केट वापस रिज्यूम करेगा क्योंकि सस्टेन हो रहा है, और वहीं गया वहीं से रिवर्स हुआ। That's the secret. So I'm revealing all my secret. My team keeps telling me, why do you reveal all the secrets that you use for trading? I said, it works for me, so it's okay. It will work for them. What's harm in that? So that's how the levels are derived using these things. Uh, US has many issues. Does it mean we are approaching towards a bubble bust? There was very interesting discussion on bubble, which was happening on the in the CMT event where that I was part on. Very interestingly, and I'll share across what was discussed. Let me just go on my trading view right now and share across what is discussed. When we talking about bubble, are you guys good with this? Simple chart, no rocket science, a very simple chart. If you're looking at this chart on the weekly time frame, this is the weekly time frame, and that is what my mentor told me. If you're looking at a weekly time frame, that is the area where we have, say for example, the zone. See, I'm still learning from my mentor. It is endless. That's the area. I've already drawn the line. That's the zone. I've hide the FLD. That's the zone. If Nifty गलती से ये हाई अगर निकाल देता है 25,670, we will be unstoppable with the stop loss that you have to maintain. Understand the risk. That's one thing. Not he told. He just said this is a very critical zone we are into. Secondly, if I look at Bank Nifty and if I look at the zone of Bank Nifty, this is a weekly chart. Okay, if I look, let me go on a blank slide rather than showing you with a already labeled chart which might make you biased. So I want to show you on a blank chart. Are we really in a bubble in US or in India? Just try and see that. If I look at Bank Nifty weekly time frame chart, and if I'm seeing this chart, simplest Dow theory, you don't really have to ask anyone about it. Can I say that is the resistance zone? Can I say this is the resistance zone from where price rejected? Can I say now it's finding support at this zone? Simple. है? Are you with me? Can I say that's the resistance zone? Can I say it's finding support at that zone? So are you able to see that? How every time price have finding support at the zone and climbing back on the upside. Do you really think we want to sell this market? I'm asking from a long term from a medium to long term perspective. होगा क्या ना कल अगर बैंक निफ्टी 500 पॉइंट नीचे जाएगा तो क्वेश्चन मार्क आ जाएगा मेरे ऊपर, व्हाट हैपेंड टू योर बुल मार्केट? First of all, it's not my bull market, it's everyone's bull market. And secondly, can you see this stepwise movement? Stepwise movement. It's a common sense. When will this reverse? If Bank Nifty breaks below this level, which is the 53,640, things change. If that happens, things change. Uh, and that's very, very crucial. A simple step-by-step movement that you see here. And not only here, look at the top. COVID का top था ये. Can you see that? Can you see that? How simple it can be. You want me to make it a little more simpler? Connect the trend lines. And it works. Draw a parallel to this. Magic. Do you need me to explain it to you? This is the simplest chart that I can make in the fastest possible time. And I can ensure that every one of you are on the same page. I don't have to even tell you. Making sense? Okay. Is it clear? Every one of you. Are you able to see this? So that's Bank Nifty. Now, if you look at, if you want to understand whether that sector is bullish or bearish, you just have to do this activity. Day one of mentorship is only this. Guys, are you there? I mean, आपको लगेगा बहुत ही ज्यादा बेसिक मैं सिखा रहा हूं ये, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. So day one of mentorship tomorrow. How many of you are there? Can you please give me a thumbs up? कितने लोग हैं जो mentorship में हमारे day one में कल जुड़ रहे हैं? और कितने लोग हैं? Are you okay if we talk about such simple ways of trend identification? Stock selection. I learned a new thing from my mentor in last week, and I want to share it across to every one of you who is a part of the mentorship program, which is tomorrow, day one pay. I want to share across with every one of you how we are going to look. So what I'm going to share across, what Ralph Acampora told me, what Julius D. Campner told me, what I learned from the fund managers that I have met, and how are they approaching the market globally, and how can we approach our market in India. It's going to be a very simplest way in ever that I have looked at the markets. And I'm also working on one more concept, which is known as relative rotational graph, which tells me that how and when the prices are going to reverse, not the sectors, the sector relative performance. Now, I want to ask you one question, a simple question. Suppose if you have a stock, say for example, any stock, which is something like an, I'm just thinking about TCS. How is TCS relatively performing compared to IT index? That's one. How is TCS relatively performing to the entire Nifty benchmark? That is two. If I can compare my TCS relative performance to each and every stock within the Nifty index, and if that relative performance shows a strength or momentum, can I say when everyone is ignoring the stock, it's going to go up? That's just an example. I'm not saying it like a TCS is going to do that. I am going to teach you these things. How to combine this, कैसे इसे करना है, ये सारी चीजें मैं बताऊंगा. This simple science of price action, the simple science of picking up a stop, simple science of sector rotation, and what I learned from the event, I am sharing across tomorrow in our mentorship program. It's going to be simply lovely. It's going to be fantastic, guys. Learning never stops, and whatever I learn, I start doing that across. So ये सारी चीजें हम करेंगे दोस्तों बहुत ही इजी वे में. एंड ओवरऑल एज आई सेड, निफ्टी पे अगर मैं निफ्टी पे जाता हूं, एंड इफ आई एम लुकिंग एट द निफ्टी वीकली चार्ट, ऑलरेडी निफ्टी वीकली चार्ट है, वीकली टाइम फ्रेम चार्ट है, एंड इफ यू लुक एट दैट, this is where we are. Are we out of the woods? No. We need to take back out 25,700. So my forecasting tool, what is my forecasting tool? My forecasting tool is NeoWave. My forecasting tool is lunar cycle. Are you seeing the power of lunar cycle, guys? Do you remember a chart which I showed across on the lunar that it's going to be a classic way of looking at? Just a second, let me just save this. Let me just open my another layout. And it's got saved. I'm opening up banner. So lunar cycle के बारे में हम बात करेंगे, lunar cycle के बारे में, wave theory के बारे में. We will go back on that. We'll discuss that. And when the lunar cycle here was the lunar cycle got in sync with her time cycle, got in sync with my 15-minute cycle, गॉट इन सिंक विद माय वेव पैटर्न। यार और कितना कंफर्मेशन चाहिए, बाकी स्टॉप लॉस है ना। भाव भगवान से समय बलवान से, नहीं चल रहे तो स्टॉप लॉस है ना। यू डोंट हैव टू रियली बी 100%, यू हैव टू बी ओनली बी 70% ऑफ द टाइम on the right side of the trend. If you are 70% of the time right side of the trend, the remaining 30% is where you have to lose less. When you are losing less, you will make more. That's the mantra. So the crux of all these techniques is, do you have to use all the techniques? बहुत सारे जन पूछते सर हम ब्रह्मास्त्र में ये सारी चीजें सीखनी पड़ेगी, नहीं। You can just learn a part of it and make up on it। मतलब जितना सीखा उसको ठीक से सीखा और सही तरीके से अप्लाई किया। That's what the entire way in which it works. That's how it works. Screen is not refreshing. Well, I'm not sure. I'll check that. There is lunar cycle is amazing. Anand ji, आप हो, आपका मैसेज मिलता रहता है मुझे. It's lovely to see that. And guys, I'm just taking a very quick poll. How many of you want to be are part of this ongoing Brahmastra or want to be a part of it? ये poll मैं ले रहा हूँ, बहुत quickly मैं launch कर रहा हूँ. And I just want to check. And if we have few more seats available, director साहब, can you share the link across with people? They can be a part of it. And 10K का token pay करके they can register before tomorrow. They have to be a part of it before tomorrow. They can make the balance. So everyone, I'm taking a poll also. If you are already registered, mark on already registered. If you are doing that, lunar cycle started yesterday. Yes, so lunar cycle started and it is going to be 2 to 3 days, and we are already seeing that happening. So it worked. Lunar cycle was yesterday. Sir, I'm looked at your videos given in Brahmastra. It's amazing. The bonus videos itself is amazing. Glad to know. अभी तो खाली आपने bonus videos देखा है और आपने इतना कुछ सीखा है. Sir, what is relative rotation you are talking about? We'll do that. We'll do that in Brahmastra for the very first time. I am going to talk about relative rotational method of sector rotation and which stocks are going to perform in which week. वो देखेंगे. ये नया मेथड है जो मैं आपको बताऊंगा, जो मैंने सीखा है. I'm going to do that. Sir, Himay Shah, fantastic. Glad to know that. Uh, there is another question here. Sir, how do we combine volume profile and where do we learn it? So volume profile is a part of options trading that we do, and you will be learning that options mantra में करेंगे हम, त्रिशूल में करेंगे, all those things. We'll be looking at that. There is another question. Sir, Nifty का चार्ट एक बार दिखाइए ना. Just a second, I'll share across my Nifty screen. I'm already sharing across my Nifty screen here. Okay, Nifty screen share नहीं हो रहा, तो this is the Nifty chart. Ravi, time cycle will be looking at looking in Brahmastra, so don't have to worry at all. Yeah, Nifty chart I have opened up for someone. आनंद भोसले बोल रहे सर एक ही इंडिकेटर विद इन 2 days 50,000 प्लस प्रॉफिट. Thank you very much. But ensure you maintain the stop loss, maintain the risk. See, सबसे बड़ा problem क्या होता है? The trader gives away whatever they make and lose more. You have to ensure you give away a little of what you made and do not lose more. If you follow that, it will work for you. निफ्टी नेक्स्ट 50 और मिड कैप के बारे में बात करना है, करेंगे हम ब्रह्मास्त्र में. आनंद अग्रवाल, आप टीम को कांटेक्ट करिए ना, नंबर ड्रॉप करिए. एक इंडिकेटर पंकज सिंह आपको दे दिया है. एक इंडिकेटर जिन्होंने लिया है और जो ब्रह्मास्त्र वाले भी है उनके पास भी ये इंडिकेटर कैसे करना है अप्लाई, आपको एक्सेस दिया है. ट्रेडिंग व्यू का आईडी अगर आपने डाला है इंडिकेटर पे, अगर आप यहां जाते हैं, you will see invite only. Once you go to invite only, you can simply click on this. Once you click on this, the indicator gets applied. Just a second, and 1 second. Indicator gets applied. यहां पर क्लिक करना है on the chart directly. वहां से आप कर सकते हो. आईटी सेक्टर के बारे में कल बात करेंगे. कल के लिए कुछ रखिए, हमारे ब्रह्मास्त्र के अंदर ये सारी चीजें डिस्कस होगी. सो विल बी लुकिंग एट दैट. यहां पर सिंपल से वे से आपको देखना है. Can't AK indicator be aligned with algo too? Maybe, but I align AK indicator with time and NeoWave. So for me, it works that way. Yes, it can be aligned with algo and create that system. Maybe you can do that if it works for you, Deepak, and do share the outcome with me. Uh, Lovely, sir. Is there a short module for stock selection? नहीं, stock selection we are going to do tomorrow, Anita. ब्रह्मास्त्र में हम करने वाले stock selection. We'll be looking at it in much detail tomorrow. With this price action techniques which I have discussed right now, and live transformation journal हम बनाएंगे, which is very important. Indicator कैसे लगाना है और use करना है? So guys, this requires your time with me, which we will be starting with mentorship. So बहुत सारे जन के जो क्वेश्चंस आ रहे ब्रह्मास्त्र वाले mentorship वाले वो कल से है. हम कल से वो सारी चीजें देखेंगे. And as we have limited audience there, limited people there, I'll be answering every single question. आज बहुत सारे जन है तो मैं आंसर नहीं कर पाता सब क्वेश्चंस, लेकिन I'll be ensuring to answer every single question right from AK indicator, stock selection to this price action techniques which I'm discussing now, how to look at this kind of stocks. सारी चीजें 7 बजे का सेशन है. Please be there 5-10 minutes prior. My team will end and it's going to be added. You are added to the Zoom. You'll have access to the Trading Gurukul जहां सारी recordings videos भी आपको दे दी जाएगी. यहाँ पर वन पार्ट शेयर करिए. अंकित, मुझे आपका क्वेश्चन नहीं समझ में आया. 25,100 से 300 तक जाएगा, मुझे नहीं मालूम. स्टॉप लॉस के साथ आपको काम करना है. यू हैव टू इंश्योर, क्योंकि मेरा काम था 24/7/28 से राइड करना. सी गाइस, आई विल टेल यू वेरी ऑनेस्टली अ वेरी सिंपल इक्वेशन. If I have to ride from 24/7/28, if I'm riding from 24/7/28, if it goes to 25,200, brilliant. If it goes to 25,000, I'll be out. So point is, I'm still able to make 300 points, 400 points movement. And that's for done. Now if it goes higher further, brilliant. If it doesn't go, it's okay. Are you with me? विनीत पटेल, आपने फॉर्म फिल किया है. कैन यू ड्रॉप योर नंबर? डायरेक्टर साहब प्लीज इनका नंबर ले लीजिए. उन्होंने फॉर्म फिल किया है और डिटेल्स के लिए. देयर आर मेनी. 7 in the evening. The session is 7 in the evening, not in the morning. Rajendra, fantastic to have you also as a Brahmastra participant. Lovely. यहाँ पर नंबर ड्रॉप कर दीजिए. बहुत सारे जन है सर, वो फॉर्म कहाँ से फिल करें? फॉर्म हमारा ब्रह्मास्त्र का फॉर्म लिंक है जो आप इस वेबसाइट से जाके फिल करते हैं. सो टीम कैन हेल्प यू. डायरेक्टर साहब, सबके साथ लिंक शेयर नहीं किया आपने. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू शेयर इट अक्रॉस अगेन. और साथ में यूट्यूब पे भी डाल दीजिए सभी के साथ में. सो दैट्स द link. I'll just share it across with every one of you. So once you go there, you can just click on the link and fill up the form, and you will be able to, get the details, everything there. Okay. And for the form for, okay, lovely. So guys, I think that's for now. It has been lovely, and for many who have been asking, sir, kaun sa form fill karna? I'm just showing it across to you very quickly. So if you are a part of Brahmastra, brilliant. If you are not a part of Brahmastra, ensure you are there. So once you come here and once you click on this link, you fill this form and my team will help you out with all the setups. You need to fill this form and they will help you out with all the setup and everything. आपको मिलेगा. And अमोल सिंह, आप पार्ट हो अग्नि और पृथ्वी के. Glad to know that. आपका क्वेरी है तो डालिए प्लीज. I'll be more than happy to assist you. And if you have more questions, I'm always ready. Sir, I want to learn about options trading using time cycle. करेंगे, हम करेंगे वन स्टेप एट अ टाइम. एक चीज एक बार में. ऑप्शंस ट्रेडिंग यूजिंग टाइम साइकिल भी करेंगे. You have to be a part of this, where we are going to combine AK indicator also together. Sir, I have not received the access to AK indicator. Fill up the form. My team is going to send it across and you will have the access. So all Brahmastra participants, don't worry about it. यहाँ पे there is another question, sir. What is the Nifty for tomorrow? Starting मैंने डिस्कस किया ना, निफ्टी का व्यू तो पता है. So Nifty, yeah, short term है. So the Nifty view over short term is we might see some kind of. तो मेरा एक इंडिकेटर जो है फिलहाल सेल में आ गया, लेकिन मैं बेच नहीं रहा हूं क्योंकि 15 मिनट सेल में डेली बाय पे मैं वेट कर रहा हूं. Now I need a break above 25,220. If 25,220 breaks, I might want to enter it by way of selling put options and maybe by way of creating bull call spread. So that is how I'm going to enter. Can you do swing trading using on stocks using this indicator? Yes, you can do that. You can do that. Anmol, my team will explain it to you because we are not allowed as a compliance to talk about accuracy. So वो नहीं कर सकते हम. आनंद आपका नंबर ड्रॉप कर दीजिए. माय टीम विल एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू. फैंटास्टिक गाइस. सो आई थिंक इट्स लवली. एंड जो लोग यहाँ पर ब्रह्मास्त्र में मेरे पार्ट है, कैन यू प्लीज राइट डाउन. आई लव seeing how many of you are a part of ब्रह्मास्त्र. कौन कौन है? आई वांट टू पर्सनली नो दैम बिफोर वी स्टार्ट द ग्राउंड वर्क टुमारो. आपको ऑलरेडी एक्सेस दिया है वीडियोस का. 50 बोनस वीडियोस मिल गया. यू हैव एक्सेस टू दी हमने जो एल्गो प्री सेशन में देखा था, प्री सेशन का एक्सेस मिल गया. एंड कौन कौन है यहाँ पर पार्ट? आई कैन क्लियरली सी दैट. Okay, I can see Deepu is part of it. Mayank, you are a part of it. Ganeshan, I know you have been a part of Past Brahmastra. Ashima, I know you are there. I can see Anita, you are a part of it. Lovely. Salil, fantastic. और मैंने देखा है आपने एक ही इंडिकेटर भी लिया है. सो आपका कुछ क्वेरी था. Don't think that I don't know what you are asking, and I'm in touch completely, even if you are not asking me directly. So I'm in touch. So don't worry on that part. Siddharth, Jogi, Rajesh, you all are there with me. Lovely. And any help required, I'm always available on the premium community जो हमने बना रखा है. Every single question has been answered in the premium community. Fantastic, Sudhindra. आप भी part हो. It's lovely to have you all here. And super Mahesh, fantastic. आपने ज्वाइन कर लिया है आज. Lovely. Fantastic. आनंद, आप तो हो ही, हमें पता है. और it's lovely to have you also as a part of the community. And it's always fantastic. Zankna. चलिए. तो बहुत सारे जन जो ब्रह्मास्त्र में जुड़े हैं और जुड़ रहे हैं, उनके लिए it's just the start. Day 1 is at 7. आपको Zoom की लिंक आ जाएगी. Recordings will be made available. This Brahmastra is going to be special, which is going to be there until Feb, which is going to be approximately October, November, December, Jan, Feb. 5 months. And we are doing different things this time. And it's going to be lovely. Bhavani Ram, Lokesh, glad to know. Nikita, fantastic. And Valentine, आपका नाम ही वैलेंटाइन है थोगरू कि वैलेंटाइन? नाम बड़ा प्यारा है आपका. सो अगर मैं घर पे बोलूं कि मैं मेरे वैलेंटाइन के क्वेश्चन को आंसर कर रहा हूं तो थोड़ी सी गड़बड़ हो सकती है. इसलिए मैं आपका नाम फिर से कंफर्म कर रहा हूं. ब्रह्मास्त्र के पार्ट हो. इट्स लवली. फैंटास्टिक विदित यश. चलिए, आज के लिए इतना ही. एंड इट्स फैंटास्टिक टू हैव यू ऑल हियर. मिलेंगे कल 7 बजे. 10 मिनट पहले जुड़ जाना. Day 1 is going to be there. Even if you are missing out, recordings आपके साथ होगी. We will be looking at a very different approach for the very first time in this Brahmastra session, which I have learned from the event with my mentor. And it was simply fabulous. Have a wonderful time. Become a wonderful trader. Ashish Kyal signing off.